so I'm going to be starting off with my Anastasia DipBrow Pomade in the shade Ebony, and I just figured this time I would show you guys how I fill in my brows. Give me something, but you just say nothing. What is happening to me? I don't wanna. And to get that ombre effect, you want to just focus more product on the outside and then less as you come towards the middle. Until you come back. So I'm just going to repeat the same exact thing on the other side, and I'll be right back. I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. I'm going to put that on my eyelids to prime my eyes and also clean up my brows. So I'm going to be taking a Morphe M432 brush to clean up the brows with. I got one thing stuck in my mind. Wondering if I dodged a bullet or just take my beauty blender and blend this in. So then I'm just going to take a bone shade eyeshadow and set this with a concealer brush from E.l.f. And you can use a bone shade or a white eyeshadow or just a translucent powder. And this is going to create a clean base for everything to blend evenly up. Okay, so first I'm going to take a new MorphexKathleenLights Palette. And I'm going to be taking this kind of burgundy mauve shade as my transition color. I'm going to mix the shades Love Letter and Venetian Red from the Modern Renaissance palette. And then this color is going to go in the crease and a little bit above, and it's also going to get focused in the outer and inner corners. I've been looking sad in all the nicest places. Give me something, but you just say no. Now I'm in a cab, I tell her where your place is. Okay, now I'm going to go back with the E27 with that transition shade and blend this out a little more. And I don't wanna fit. Go back to the MorphexKathleenLights palette, and I'm going to be taking the burgundy like plum shade. This color is going to go more on the inner and outer corners. You also want to just drag it into the middle into your crease to create that halo eye effect. Okay, I'm blending out back with that E27 with no new product added on. First, I'm going to go into this Colourpop Super Shock shadow. This is a matte shade in the shade Central Perk. I'm going to take this on a Morphe E17, put this again on my inner and outer corners, just like I did with that last shade, just a little bit lower to keep deepening up those inner and outer corners to really create that halo eye effect. Sitting eyes wide open behind these four walls, hoping you call. It's just a cruel existence, like there's no point. Okay guys, so I had a phone call, so I'm just gonna voice over this part. But first I'm taking Tempura from the Modern Renaissance palette, putting that on my brow bone, and then I'm going back in with my concealer and I'm cutting my crease, but I'm only doing this in the middle of my eye. And then I'm going back in with the Colourpop shade on this brush and just blending the concealer and the shadow together. Okay, so then I go in with this detailed brush and just really try to sharpen up my crease. And then I'm taking this shade from the Balm Cosmetics. It's in the Meet Matrimony palette. I just have a single, and deepening up the inner and outer corners. And then I'm just putting some glitter primer on top of that concealer before adding this pigment. And the one I'm using is from Bare Minerals. I don't remember the name of the actual shade, so I will have that listed down below. And I'm just packing that on, and then I'm going to go in with a brush and
get it close to the edges and blend it in with the shadow again. Okay, and then the color wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I went in with Vermeer from the Modern Renaissance palette and added that on top. So next I'm using my Hangover RX primer from Too Faced and just priming my face with that. And I also wanted to clean up my eyeshadow with just a makeup wipe. And then I'm using this NYX eyeshadow base to put on my nose to prime it. I did this in my last video, and this just helps makeup stick on that area a lot better. My foundation, I'm going to use I'm going to mix my E.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Sand and my L'Oreal Infallibile Pro Matte in the shade 107.
In all the nicest places, baby, I feel great. I see you around in all these empty faces. All night and every day. I've been looking sad in all the nicest places. Give me something, but you just say no. Now I'm in a cab, I tell her where your place is. What is happening to me? I don't wanna live forever, 'cause I know I'll be living in vain.
Okay, so then I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just conceal my under eyes and my nose with this. Then I'm going to take the Smashbox Studio Skin concealer in the shade Light Neutral to highlight the rest of my face. If you want a more affordable option, you can use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in the shade Light. They're almost the same thing. They have a little bit of a different texture, but you can use both of them. Quickly set and bake with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. First, I'm gonna just blend out my creases.
It's just a cruel existence, like there's no point hoping at all. Baby, I feel crazy up all night.
Then I'm gonna bronze my face using the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. And to do so, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques blush brush.
And I don't wanna fit wherever. I just wanna keep calling your name until you come back.
Then I'm gonna contour using my current favorite contour powder. This is the Tarte's Pro Glow palette, and it is the Sculpt shade. I'm going to be using this Real Techniques contour brush.
And I got one thing stuck in my mind.
And to contour my nose, I'm going to be using that same color with the base shadow brush from Real Techniques.
I feel crazy all night and everything. I gave you something, but you gave me nothing. What is happening?
So I'm going to take this Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder and I'm going to bake my nose again. I'm also going to apply this to clean up my contour line. My eyes are not like looking bright, so I'm gonna try to pack a little bit in to kind of brighten up this area. Finish off my nose contour while I let this bake. I'm gonna go back in with that brush and clean up this baking part so that it's perfect. I'm gonna let this sit for a second and work on my under eyes. Let me just dust away this stuff. See, that already brightens it a little bit. So first I'm going in with that transition shade from the MorphexKathleenLights Palette. I'm going to take that on just this little smudger brush from E.l.f. and we're going to skip the middle part because we're going to put that pigment in it again. Make sure you're connecting it to that line as well. Okay, then I'm going to take a smudger brush and I'm going to take that Love Letter in Venetian Red from the Modern Renaissance palette again. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and try to blend this a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to reapply that transition shade again too also. So I randomly lost a ton of footage from recording this. I don't really know what happened. So you guys don't see what happened with the rest of my eyes. Basically what I did is I used that Balm color to deepen up the inner and outer corner, and then I just put the glitter primer and the pigment on the center of my eye again. Then I will have the highlight and the blush that I used listed down below along with the setting spray because that got cut out as well. Then I am just putting mascara on and prepping my eyes for Falsies. I showed you guys what Falsies I was using already. They're the new FauxMink ones from Ardell, and I really liked these with this look, and in general I bought those ones and another one from their like new collection. And then there's also not going to be an intro, if you guys already noticed, or an outro. Both of those got deleted, and you guys don't see me putting on the lipstick. Basically, I just used the Kylie lip kit in the shade Vixen, and I lined my lips with that and then filled it in. I had to put 2 layers on because it was a little bit patchy, but you guys will see exactly what that looks like in the beginning, as well as any pictures on my social media. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for my 3rd and final Valentine's Day look. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!